Hi KMS students and families. Today I want to talk to you about the KMS Hybrid Model. In this video, I plan to cover the following topics, provide you with some visuals, and help you feel comfortable with our plans to bring students back into the building. Our bell schedule in the hybrid model is our typical bell schedule. Our school day starts at 8:45 and ends at 3:45. Our periods are 44 minutes long and we have 3 minutes passing time in between the periods. Half of the students will be in the building on any given day based on their blue-green group. Students will follow their typical bell schedule, again assigned to their blue-green day. When students are not in the building, they will have at-home assignments to complete. Now, before you come to school on any given school day, we want to make sure that you're monitoring your health and staying home if you're not feeling well. Some of the reasons you may stay home are if you're experiencing COVID symptoms such as fever and chills, a loss of taste or smell, you develop a cough, you have shortness of breath, or have vomiting or diarrhea. When you come to school, you will be expected to wear a mask across all school settings beginning on the school bus. Mask breaks can occur, but only outside, while eating or drinking, or with increased space and limited movement in a larger area. When you arrive to school, if you're a bus rider, you'll get dropped off on Hartford Street at the typical bus drop-off, and you will walk around to the front of the building and enter the building through the front door, which is labeled Door 5. If you're a student that is walking or gets dropped off by a parent, you'll enter through the back of the building, and that door entrance that faces the library, and that door is labeled Door 8. Students will be permitted to enter the building anytime after 8:15. If students arrive prior to 8:40, they'll proceed directly to either the auditorium or the gym and be seated in one of the designated areas. Breakfast will be served beginning at 8:15, and that breakfast will be served in our gym atrium area, and you can eat your breakfast in the gym. At 8:40, students will be dismissed from those locations and be able to travel to their first period class. When students are traveling in the hallway, we have laid out one-way traffic patterns in the halls. Upstairs, the halls will take you in one big loop. On the downstairs, we have one main corridor, which is also our 6th grade hall, where we'll have some two-way traffic, but students will be expected to stay in their lanes. You can see that pictured to the right. Staircases have also been designated as either up or down to reduce congestion in those stairwells. When students enter classrooms, you'll notice that they've been set up with their desks 6 feet apart, and those desks will be cleaned and disinfected between each class period. During lunch, students will eat in the gymnasium. Now, this is occurring because we have construction going on in our cafeteria, and our gymnasium actually gives us more space to eat. Students will be eating at individual student desks spaced 6 feet apart in the gymnasium. You can see a picture of what those desks look like 6 feet apart. You'd have to just imagine there will be about 50 more of those desks in the gym during lunchtime. During seminar, which is like our recess time, weather permitting, students will be able to go outside and enjoy some fresh air and take those masks off when students are safely 6 feet apart. During inclement weather, or if it's cold outside, students will report to the auditorium and be seated 6 feet apart. You can see in the picture there that seats with blue tape indicate seats that are 6 feet apart, so students will remain in those seats during their seminar time. If students need to use the restroom during the day, that's totally fine. Of course they will, but we are going to limit the capacity to the restrooms at 2. If a student arrives to the restroom and they see 2 passes already in the tray, the passes will be their plan books. If they see 2 of those already in the tray, they'll be asked to wait outside until it's their turn. At the end of the school day, we're going to dismiss a little bit differently to reduce congestion in the halls and at the bus lobby. We'll be dismissing students in waves. Typically, this will mean that we'll dismiss the first wave of bus riders. There's typically 3 to 4 buses waiting for students as soon as the bell rings. Those students will be dismissed They'll leave their 9th period class and go directly to the bus. After that, our walkers and parent pickup students will then be released. And then lastly, the second wave of bus riders. While students are waiting to be dismissed, they will remain in their 9th period class. Technology. During the school day, we're going to ask that if you've borrowed a Chromebook from the school, that you bring that Chromebook to school to be used. If you don't have a Chromebook that you're borrowing for remote learning, you'll be assigned a Chromebook at school that you can use throughout the school day. So we're not having to clean Chromebooks after each use, and we're not going to be sharing them between students. If you have a Chromebook at home or other technology that you would like to use, you will be allowed to bring in your own device here in the school building. Last item is lockers and cell phones. Due to our safety protocols, students will not be permitted to use their lockers in school, so students will be able to carry a backpack, which is a different process for us at Kilburn Middle School. But students will be able to carry their belongings in their backpack. Cell phones have traditionally been left in lockers during the school day. Since we don't have lockers, cell phones will be expected to be kept in backpacks or in pockets if a student isn't carrying a backpack, with the exception of lunch and seminar. Now, I've covered quite a bit of information with you today, but I want you to continue to look for information coming from us about some virtual tours, talking about our procedures and protocols, our pickup and drop-off procedures. We'll be giving some construction updates, talk about our first day plans, and more. 2 dates to circle on your calendar. Tuesday, September 29th will be the first day of hybrid learning for our green group, and Wednesday, September 30th will be the first day of hybrid learning for the blue group. We are looking forward to have students back in the building. As always, work hard, be kind. Let's make it a great day at KMS.